I'm already recording.
Oh, you're already recording?
So, for this episode, we're going to read submissions to the Unpopular Opinions subreddit. And we're going to...
I mean, I was thinking we'd talk about, like, My Little Pony, but... I digress. Let me pull up one and... the one you said earlier. When I die, I'd like to be fed to an animal.
I mean, I don't agree, but I don't disagree either, bro. Because I honestly don't give a shit what happens to my body after I'm dead, bro. Turn me into a fucking vinyl, bro, with my fucking Spotify Wrapped for that year.
If it wouldn't traumatize my fucking family,
I didn't even think about that.
If it wouldn't traumatize my family or any person that like would know about this or see it happening, I would do it. With obviously like giving my organs to people. Like it says here, the guy said here, like, oh, he would give all his organs to people that needed them or whatever, and then throw me my rest of my fucking corpse out into the fucking wilderness and see what the fuck happens. If it wouldn't scar people around me, and if it was like just a thing that people did, I would do it. I wouldn't mind it. Because, I mean, what the fuck are you going to do? You're fucking dead. But, yeah, I wonder what... I don't know. I wonder how that would go. Like, if you were dead, could you possibly be like, just throw me out in the fucking wilderness or something? I don't know. You probably couldn't. Illegal or something bullshit, like discarding a corpse improperly or some bullshit like that.
Maybe. I like how you worded that so professionally.
Well, I was trying to think of like what you would be charged with potentially, like this is the unlawful discarding of a fucking corpse or some bullshit.
I wondered, like, I know like they're obligated to like fulfill your will, but I wonder what like where the line is drawn at. You know what I'm saying?
Like, how you mean?
Like, after I die, I want this to happen to me. I wonder where like, the line is.
It's like, all right, I'll give $20 of my bank checking account to Cecilia, and then I'll give the rest money to Gregorio. And then the second clause is, I also want to make sure that my family brings down the U.S. government by any means necessary.
I want to make sure... Nah, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Fuck. I was going to say...
Now I want to know what you guys say.
Should I say it? I'm going to say it. And if you think I shouldn't keep it in, we're going to remove it. But I was going to say... FBI, this is a fucking joke. Relax. But I was...
Oh, no.
I was going to say... I want to make...
Oh, my God. I just heard your message. FBI just heard your message. This was a joke, please. You see red dots on our foreheads?
Oh. Should we keep that in? Or... What do you... I don't know. I don't think... I know for a fact that joking about that is not okay at all.
Yeah.
Like, even if they know you're 100% joking, you're still going to get investigated on.
Maybe not.
I'll delete it.
Fuck.
I'll just let the...
That was a good one. All you gotta know is it was a good one. Man, my fucking head hurts now. Okay. So,
next question. Or next Reddit post, I guess.
A lot of these, I don't think we would have like the necessary knowledge.
Here's a random one that my friend from college was saying is that he's in an open relationship. And the reason why is because for you to expect sex from your romantic partner, that's like removing consent from them. That's what he said. And I was like, damn, that kind of makes sense a little bit.
Not gonna lie, that kind of does.
You're like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. I mean, that actually makes sense.
Because you're not allowing them to have sex with anyone.
Yeah.
But you. But here's my take on it. Mm-hmm. If you're both okay with being in an exclusive relationship, I think it's fine.
I think...
But if both of you see it that way, we're like, oh, like, I don't like that.
By today's standards, I feel like if you're in a relationship, it's strictly monogamous unless said otherwise. Yeah. So...
And that's what yeah.
And so, like, while I do think... I honestly 100% agree with that. At the same time, unless it was said otherwise, then that would not be okay. Okay. But that's interesting. I didn't think of it. I never thought about it like that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like it. I mean, if they're both okay with it, then yeah.
Yeah, they're both okay with it.
Shit. Next question, or unpopular opinion. Tomboys are so fucking hot. I don't know. I just did some bullshit. But what were you gonna say? It was an unpopular opinion. Oh, and wait.
Michael is not making any. He's not expressing any opinions on tomboys.
No,
he's just.
I have my opinions,
but he's not expressing them.
I'm not expressing. Let's just say I don't think it should be an unpopular opinion. That's all. Let's see.
I haven't heard that word in so long. Tomboy.
That's why it caught my attention. Also because it had green on it, so I was like,
moderator approved. Yeah. Right? Bro, the moderator fucking likes tomboys.
Tomboy like approved. This shit. The Olympics would be more entertaining if random people were chose to compete.
I agree with that. Did you see the Tumblr post about that?
No.
That they should put an average person in there so they can see like how Olympians compare to like normal people.
That'd be so like funny, but like crazy to fucking see, because you would see motherfuckers just dusting like random people in any of the sports, and people in like that are average would just be like fucking falling back, like, oh my god, relax, hold on, hey, relax. That'd be so funny.
Imagine instead of getting drafted to the fucking military, you get drafted to the Olympics, bro. You have to fucking snowboard, bro, with Tony Hawk.
Oh my god, bro. You'd over here be like, yo, I've never done this, bro. You sure I could do this? Like, yeah, go ahead. He's like, no. You fucking break an ankle. Oh.
But I would... That would probably make me watch the Olympics. I've never seen an Olympic event ever.
I've seen a couple. I like watching like some like the swimming stuff, because it's like, I don't know, kind of calming on some Hoto mode. Okay. And this one, I want to see what you think. If you say breed doesn't matter when looking for a dog, you're not ready to have a dog.
I don't know what to say to that.
I think...
What do you think?
This is an unpopular opinion because it's a bad opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
in my opinion,
if I remember reading it correctly, it's like they haven't done the research, right?
It says, if you say breed doesn't matter when looking for a dog, you're not ready to have a dog. You should always do research on breeds before getting a dog. Do you have small animals and other pets? Should avoid dogs with a high... Should you avoid dogs with a high prey drive, I guess? Are you looking for a hiking, walking buddy that you'll be super active with? There's specific breeds that do well with that. You know what?
No, yeah, that makes more sense. Because there's some fucking... I think you should only be allowed to say that breed doesn't matter for what dog I'm about to get is if you're ready to have any type of dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there's dogs that, like, if they don't get their energy out, it's not good for them. Or some... I heard about that. But,
yeah, that makes sense. If people research dog breeds before getting them, there would be a lot less rehoming.
Yeah.
You know what? I changed my opinion.
I agree with him.
I agree.
That's a good opinion, my good sir. Here's 1 gold star.
If there was people who didn't. What did you say about people who don't mind having any dog? Something, I don't know how you phrase that.
I think if you're ready to have any type of dog, that's the only reason you should be allowed to say breed. I don't care what breed I get, just give me a dog.
Yes. That.
Yeah.
Because if there wasn't any people who thought like that, then there would be a lot more people. A lot more dogs in shelters or no homes. Which, as long as there's some people who say breed doesn't matter, as long as there's both parts in there, it's better for dogs.
Yeah.
In both ways. Because, I mean, if you get a dog who, like, is more energetic and you, like...
Don't take him outside at all?
Don't take him outside at all, then...
That's kind of fucked.
Yeah. Like me, I kind of keep chasing the cage, don't feed him, stuff like that.
I keep him in a 1 by 1 inch.
Yeah.
Kennel.
It's a little cramped in there, but honestly, it's like kind of roomy. I mean...
Honestly, I removed his digestive tract. I'm tired of having to take him out to shit and piss,
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's just there for me to...
Hey, Chase.
No, I'm kidding. Help me! Get me the fuck out of here!
Nah. Oh. Okay, hold on. Mandatory gift giving during holidays is terrible and immoral.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
I agree, but I don't know if they mean like giving someone a present or like forcing someone to give you a present.
Read it. Let's see what it says.
We expect people to spend money and engage in consumeristic practices under the guise of morality and giving. People spend exorbitant amounts of money that they probably don't have to buy generic gifts for people who probably won't appreciate them. This capitalist idea has been embedded into what is supposedly a religious holiday to celebrate the birth of Christ and family. Sure, but it wouldn't be enough if families simply got together to see one another.
Christmas is about spending time with your family. Shut the fuck up, bro. Give me a fucking present right now. No, I'm kidding.
I like how they addressed it as from the Grinch.
Señor Grinchy Winchy.
One of my favorite Christmas movies. Actually, if not my favorite Christmas movie, but
My favorite Christmas movie is Krampus.
That movie's so fucking cracked, bro.
We tried so hard to make it a tradition to watch it every year.
Yeah.
But fucking college ruined that hoe, bro. We literally only did it twice. Junior year and senior year. And then I was off to college, bro.
Oh. Knuckles is better than Sonic in every way.
I don't know any Sonic lore.
Yeah.
But what do you feel about gifts?
What do I feel about the gifts?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're giving someone a gift, then expect to be underwhelmed by the reaction or their appreciation. But if you really want to give them a gift, go for it. I don't care.
You heard it here first, folks.
So if you want to give me a gift,
Michael's not giving me a present for my graduation party tomorrow.
Duh. What do you expect? But yeah. Go ahead. But yeah, if you expect someone to give you a fucking gift, then I don't know what to tell you. Like,
yeah, I don't expect anyone to give me a gift, and that makes it better when you get shit.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't expect anything and you get something, it's even fucking better because you're like, oh my god, what the mother.
I love, like, I've had two people where we would just like exchange like. Just buy shit for each other randomly sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like big stuff. That's fun. Just like giving each other shit. Like, you gave me this, I give you that. You give me this, I give you that.
Understandable.
I gave one of my friends, I had like 5 Dragon Ball Z movies.
Nice. And
every time I had a birthday, he would give me something. And every time he had a birthday, I would give him something. And there was one time I gave him those 5 movies. They were fucking lit. I forget what the fucking stories are for those movies. but they were fucking badass.
Like the animated versions, or like did it also include like the one live action one?
Fuck no, they were animated. They were all animated. There was one character in there who had like bubbles, and he would like teleport through them.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
That's a one movie that stuck out to me. It was pretty cool. Yeah. It was like, oh man, especially at that time, because I would only see like the Cell Saga, and I would see the Frieza Saga, because that's all they had on. What cartoon channel did Dragon Ball Z come out on? But they literally only had those two sagas, and that's all I knew about Dragon Ball Z. So whenever I saw those movies, I was like, oh shit, there's like so much shit going on. But yeah. End of tangent.
Parents should not be allowed to post pics or videos of their minor children until they're able to give consent at the age of majority.
Yeah. I think if the child toddlers, I don't think it matters.
I don't really think it matters. Toddlers, they don't
But like, if your child is old enough to express
that they don't
want to be recorded or filmed or posted, I think you should honor that, because my mom still doesn't get the hint.
Yeah.
And I'm 22.
I agree. Like, if you don't care, even as like, because you don't come into the world saying like, oh shit, I don't want no fucking pictures taken of me. So whenever you realize that you don't want pictures taken of you, that's when you should fucking stop, because obviously you have some type of like predisposition to like not wanting your picture taken.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people don't understand that.
We could also just talk about, oh my god, bad parents. Here's something I saw on Twitter that might be considered a unpopular opinion, but I definitely agree. Someone was like, I fucking hate when people without children give advice to people who have kids on how to be a parent.
I saw that.
And then the quote too was like, some people literally shouldn't even be parents, and they still, like, literally all you need to be a parent is literally have raw sex with someone. Literally. And that doesn't give you any right to have, like, be a fucking parent. All you did was have, like, raw sex. So like, advice can come from anywhere, really.
Yeah, I agree. People shouldn't be butthurt. And I saw a comment about that specific thing where it was like, if you're getting mad at people giving advice to you, then you're obviously like the problem, because you're there to get acceptance for how shitty you treat your child, instead of like actually listening to the constructive criticism. Obviously, there's some fucking comments where they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, why would you feed like jellyfish with peanut butter? That's actually highly volatile shit." I don't know, some bullshit like that. Like, there's obviously the fucking bullshit comments like that.
I don't know. I feel like my parents should have been shamed for letting me eat as much as I wanted to eat, because...
Damn. Fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean...
Because, in middle school, our band director's kid had never eaten sugar. All they ate was, like, fruits and shit for snacks. And I was like, that's kind of fucked, but I agree with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Kids don't have to eat sugar, bro. They can eat healthy.
And, well, that's the thing. I mean, sugar's addictive. So, like, I was going to say, if you feed them healthy for, like, their whole lives, they would never want to have healthy foods. But if they were, like, garbage foods, but if they were to, like, garbage food, like,
if they were to only be introduced to sugar, like, most of their diet is sugar at the beginning of their life, they're less likely to accept healthy food. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because it's
and the vice versa is not true.
Yeah,
like,
the vice versa.
If you're only introduced to healthy food, you're not going to be likely to enjoy unhealthy food. You're saying that's not a fact.
I'm saying yeah.
I worded that so weirdly, but It's yes. It's good to feed them just like straight up healthy food.
It's good to feed them healthy food, but I feel like you kind of like don't like completely block away any like sugar or like fast foods because if you do, it's like one day they're gonna fucking try a fucking donut and they're gonna be like that. I saw a post about that. I forgot where I saw it, but I saw this dude. I think he got arrested for like.
The fuck? Okay, go ahead.
I think I got arrested because I think he was so addicted to fucking donuts that he like ended up like robbing like a fucking like a Shipley's not like a Shipley's, like a what's it called, like Krispy Kreme donuts or some bullshit like that from a store, and he ended up stealing all the donuts. He got arrested or some bullshit like that. So that's the like the shit that could like not could happen, but like
it's possible,
but
it's an extreme. That's like the exception to the rule.
Yeah, so that's kind of like what I'm going at. It's like if you keep them away from sugar and like fast foods, they're gonna end up tasting something one day when they're a fucking adult, and they be like, "Yo, I've never tasted a fucking donut. You telling me this shit is this good?" And they're gonna like end up just fuck healthy foods and going full at it at like sweets and shit like that.
I don't know, man.
Something like that.
It's weird. That's why I'm afraid to have kids. Because like, I don't know.
I'm afraid to have kids for anything that could possibly happen to them. I don't want to go through that.
That's why I'm adopting a kid, bro. Motherfucker's gonna be 14. You're adopted, bro. You're my kid now.
You're adopted. You're my kid. Yes.
Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life. Prank him, John. Followed by a silent prank him, John, when they turn around.
No.
You end up giving him like a fucking shitty life or something. Fuck. Oh, prank him, John.
Do you think? Here's another thing. Do you think you should? If you want your kid to be good at a sport or something, right? Mm-hmm. What do you think is the healthiest way to go about that?
I kind of know.
Because there's a point where it becomes like abusive.
Yeah.
And there's, you know what I'm saying?
I think, and this is just my opinion, you know, obviously.
Can I drink that water? Whose is it?
It's probably mine.
Okay.
If you're gonna be like a parent who wants their kids to be like super active, which I think is a good thing, what I would do is, if I had kids, I would introduce them to all the sports that they would probably be interested in. I would like be like, oh yeah, hey, this is soccer, this is football, this is golf, this is tennis, this is swimming. I would introduce them to all those fucking sports and be like, all right, do you feel like you're good at any of those? Do you feel attached to any of those at one point? Who knows at what point that would be, but like that would probably obviously be like, I don't like soccer, or like I don't like swimming, shit like that. And be like, okay, cool, that's fine. And if they feel like they have like a talent or a knack for like a certain sport, I'm gonna push them forward. I'm not gonna push them to the point of like, all right, wake up, 5 a.m. Let's go, motherfucker. Let's go on a fucking 3-5 mile walk or run. Mm-hmm. Run and fucking, you know, train fucking 12 hours a fucking day type
speed
shit.
Walking, bro.
But I'm not gonna do all that. Unless they want to be pushed, if that's what they really want to do. Valentine just pissed in the cup. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, I want to hear how loud that was. Bro,
that was this whole thing right here.
This shit sounded loud as fuck. It's because I was waterfalling it, but I had like a puddle right in front of my mouth. Yeah. And I aimed the stream right at the puddle, so it was like loud, bro. I never thought that was possible.
Oh my god, bro. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna push my kids to like any extreme, unless if they want to go to an extreme, I'll go for it if that's really what they want, unless it like starts becoming like detrimental to their health or something. Mm. But
I agree with that.
I'll try to give them as many options as they can have, and if they decide to pick something up and let something else go, then who am I to say fucking not do that?
Mm-hmm. Because my biggest fear is that if I do that, like if I exactly what you said, mm-hmm. What if my child doesn't believe that I don't think they have to keep doing something if they don't want to do it, so they just pretend that they want to do it because they like I somehow did something wrong as a parent and they think that I'm forcing them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Some bullshit like that. I don't know. That's like
understandable. That's why it's like I feel like hopefully this is the start of like the generation where like we have more of an open communication with parents and children.
Please, dear
hopefully,
God.
because I don't know where all I know is if or when I have children, it's gonna be an experimental phase of me trying to figure out how to have an open line of communication because I don't know where to start with that, except being just honest.
Yeah,
that's the only. I don't know how else to go about that. So this is gonna be an experiment. So we'll just see how that goes because I'm just trying to let them know that they can do anything they fucking want to. But if they don't have to feel, they shouldn't have to feel forced to do anything they don't want to as well. Mm. At the same time.
Yeah. That's the thing I'm afraid of. Like,
yeah,
they're just gonna think that I'm like forcing them to do it, and they're just gonna be like, "Well, there's no getting out of it. I'm gonna go
yeah." Because that's what you see in like a bunch of fucking like, for example, like shows and shit. Like,
yeah,
like kids like being like, "Oh my god, I gotta be at fucking practice. I don't want to do this," and then they end up like causing the huge fucking crazy fucking bullshit, which is a whole part of the show because their parents were forcing them to do bullshit that they didn't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see what happens when
we have kids, bro.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought. I don't want kids right now.
I'm fucking scared, bro. My cousin's over here having children and shit, and I'm fucking hell no, bro. I'm the oldest of my cousins and fucking siblings.
People we went to school with have kids now.
And that's so crazy, bro.
No shame.
No shame, obviously, but like that's.
I'm not shaming them in any way, but that's crazy to me.
It's crazy how we're the same age, and you have a whole already. I feel like if you're ready to have kids, at that point, then you're a whole another level than at least me. I don't know about you, but at least me. I have no interest at all right now in having children. I feel like I wouldn't be doing good right now with children, so no. If you
have kids.
If you have kids, I salute you.
Salute.
And good luck. Let's see.
Next question.
Teenagers need to use their phones less and read more. Isn't a boomer thing. It's a reality.
It's a fact of life.
It's a subsequent act of reciprocity towards humanity.
I don't know. Buzzwords.
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 Buzzword.
Buzzword year. I don't know. I couldn't make it work. That was cringe.
Let's see what this motherfucker has to say. I'm honestly tired of people automatically getting tagged as boomers for mentioning this is a boomer right here.
Bro, I fucking hate boomers. Alright, next question.
Tagged as boomers for mentioning teenagers' obvious addiction to screens. Most of them will be all afternoon browsing social media and even will do it at school at whatever 1 minute chance they have. Not to mention how many kids just play games for 5 hours straight right after school Monday through Friday before doing at least a part of their homework.
Yep.
See, I get it.
I think if everyone's addicted to phones, dude. My mom is.
Old people, fucking my grandma is addicted to phones. She tells me like when she's at work because she takes care of like elderly people, more elderly than her, that need help. Mm-hmm. She's like, if I'm just there, because she stays like overnight. She's like, if I'm just there, like not doing anything, just like not doing anything, she'll just be on her phone or watching TV.
Yeah.
Like scrolling through Facebook. That's all she really knows how to do is scroll through Facebook. So that's all she does. But while on the one hand I do agree with him, it's like maybe we are a little too entrenched into technology to some degree. There's kind of no option. What are you going to do? Technology is not only advancing more and more forward, but it's going to be a part of our daily. It's already a part of our daily lives. So what the fuck can you do?
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Like, we kind of like grew up watching phones become more and more prominent in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I remember just like
we were at the tail end of like technology still being like not a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like no technology as much, and then all of a sudden we have computers, TVs, gaming systems, phones.
And it's crazy because that's like the whole goal that companies wanted. They wanted us to become more dependent on phones.
Yeah. And that's a whole conversation, that whole other conversation too, about like tracking everyone's movements and data and shit like that too. But
I thought you were gonna go with like, is it ethically or morally correct for them to like, for the end goal being just profits,
mm-hmm.
for them to make us dependent on fucking phones? That's fucking crazy. Like, also, that's one topic.
Also,
someone should tackle, because my answer is no, but I'm not gonna explain to you why.
I ain't a rocket scientist either, so
just like companies are weird, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because like McDonald's, the whole thing with McDonald's, right, or fast food in general,
mm-hmm.
is that they were like fucking what's it called? They were advertised for kids. You know what I'm saying? When in reality, it should be like, I don't know. It's weird how like it was advertised for it to be like specifically for kids.
Yeah.
Just to have kids bother their parents to go to McDonald's or Burger King or whatever.
Because like right here, for example, well, this is a whole nother tangent because I saw evaporation and somehow it caught my eye.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was like, what? Evaporation? Hold on. Where does this go and get into fucking teenagers use their phones or whatever? And it says, in my school, people who are 14 have some concerning troubles while reading. Long and new words I understand, but they will often struggle with medium-sized words that they already know of and sometimes will make up or skip syllables. There is this guy that needed 3 seconds to read the word evaporation. And I kind of agree with that, considering my sisters.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest of the youngest 2 sisters that I have has a good reading comprehension, like a base reading comprehension, and like being able to read words. But at the age that my youngest sister was, she already had like a good like grasp of like letters and like there were sounds and shit, but
mm-hmm.
my youngest sister does not. She still has a lot of trouble reading. Like she can barely like figure out what the fuck some sounds, like what letters make what sounds and shit, what they sound like together. So at my youngest sister's age, the second youngest, I already had a grasp of that. So and the youngest one didn't have phones like that, didn't have like technology like that. So I can kind of see where he's coming from with that point, because I totally 100% agree like with that point, because my youngest sister's a fucking idiot.
So the line you're making is that phones are making us like less literate. No. Not literate. What's the word?
like one of the consequences, I guess, words, is that, because I see it. I fucking see it. Once he said that, I see what he means. Like, let's just destroy the technology. They're evil. Nah, I'm kidding, headass. No, but yeah. My sister can't read for shit, and it's because of technology.
This
is my story.
You sound so fucking like conspiracy theory mode, but it's probably facts. You just sound crazy.
Yeah. It sounds fucking crazy, but it's true. I can promise you right now. You tell her to read the word wet, and she don't know what the fuck that says.
What? Fucking, what's the fucking thing called? Occam's razor?
Huh?
Sometimes the simplest solution is the solution or whatever. The simplest explanation is the actual explanation sometimes. And it's like literally phones are making us dumber.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Did we watch the movie Idiocracy?
Idiocracy. Which one's that one?
Where the motherfuckers like get put in like
the time
cryo chamber shit, and then they wake up like 2,000 years later, and they're the smartest people alive.
Yeah,
because we've become dumber and dumber.
Mm-hmm.
That's becoming slowly truer each and every day.
I do that right now. It is true.
That wasn't a movie. That was a documentary.
Okay, hold on. There's two good ones. I don't know which one to start with. Well, it's not good ones.
They're not good ones.
But like, okay. I'm gonna go with this one. People shouldn't blindly believe everything their doctors tell them.
Mm-hmm. Read it. Let's see.
So, it says, yes, a doctor knows more about a medical field than me, but you have to consider the fact that a doctor can be wrong about diagnosis. A doctor can be lazy when it comes to thoroughly testing you to figure out what your issue is. A doctor can commit malpractice and overlook the side effects of a medication that is ruining your life. And I think everyone should do due diligence and try to research about their own mental illness and the medication that is prescribed to them. I'm not saying don't trust doctors, but if you think they are perfect human beings who are never wrong, then you're pretty much rolling the dice by and praying they don't fuck up.
Yeah, I agree with that. The way he stated it, or they stated it, was like weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like on some conspiracy boomer type shit.
But there is like the whole, like them being wrong sometimes. There's the whole like them, because either racistly or being just taught incorrectly, because at one point it was taught that black people have higher pain tolerance. So at one point during procedures where everyone else was being given anesthetics, yeah, they were not. Either like there's that aspect of it, which is why I was gonna say like medical science is pretty much like based on just guesses, yeah, and like just the information that they have, especially considering like a lot of the information is pretty fucking outdated considering like people of color, especially like black people. Like I saw like a post the other day on Twitter where it was a diagram of a black mother and their like child in the belly. Oh, and that was like the first time anyone's ever used like a person of color in any like, well, not a person of color, but like a person of that skin tone, like that dark, in like a diagram. A diagram. And it's true. I've never fucking seen that in my life. Yeah. So that was pretty crazy. So a lot of it is based on like just people that are like white or lighter of color, because you can see bruises or like anything that is actually wrong with them visibly, and people that are dark complexion, you can't really see any bruises, any like. It's harder. It's different. Yeah, to tell. It's totally different. Yeah. So on one hand, I do agree, because a lot of the science is based on. It's like white normative, or whatever the word is. Yeah. buzzwords. On one hand, I agree.
On one hand, I agree, but on the other hand, I also like. I mean, you kind of have no choice to some degree. So, what the fuck can you do? You're not a fucking doctor.
I just don't go to the doctor.
True. I mean, I haven't been in.
They told me I should brush my teeth like twice a day, but I've never done it my whole life.
Yeah.
So
my teeth are just fine. Usually, like fucking bugs and buzzing and shit. Those treccles and like this. So yeah. So I kind of agree and disagree at the same time. I don't know. So most people in prison are not harmless pot smokers, and the idea that there is a massive corporation machine feeding innocent stoners to private prisons is a myth that does more harm than good.
I don't know.
If we're just talking about like pot smokers, then hold on, let me read the question again.
Then hold up, let me read the question again.
It says most people in prison are not harmless pot smokers, and the idea that there is a massive corporation feeding innocent stoners to private prisons is a myth that does more harm than good. I mean, I don't know.
It's not a.
I mean, if his.
I don't think it's a. It's been confirmed that like. There's strong evidence to suggest that people. I mean, prison is modern day slavery.
Yeah. Yes.
First of all.
So the fact that prisons being like a place where they make money is a fact. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to make money. That's a fact. But about I don't know. He's just simply stating because there's a lot of information here. He has like percentages and statistics and shit here. So I don't know. Do you want me to go through?
Go ahead. Go through it.
So it says 55% of people in state prisons, which make up about 90% of total prisoners, are convicted for violent crimes. The number of violent inmates total is even higher than that 55% because most plead guilty to lesser charges in deals. The total number of drug offenders in prison bounces between 10 to 15% depending on the year. 8% of prisoners are in private prisons. 8% of prisoners are in private prisons. Prisons spread across only 5 states. There is no data indicating that states with private prisons have higher incarceration rates on average. I'm not saying the system isn't flawed in many ways, but too many people have a fantasy idea of the American criminal justice system.
Let me see.
It's a lot of information. I'm still trying to... I don't know. Okay. Prisons are a corporation.
Yeah.
He's saying that pot smokers are being not only like used as a way to say that they're being like falsely accused type shit, or just used as a way to gain money on like petty charges type shit.
I guess so. I don't know what the point isn't clear, really.
Yeah,
because it sounds like it almost sounds like they're saying that everyone thinks that people are just like throwing it, like
the specificity is the thing that's getting me, because he's specifically stating people that do either just drugs or marijuana. Either or.
I'm just confused by what like the point is, because it sounds like it's arguing one thing, but then like it's arguing a different thing, because it's like, for one, it sounds like just like they're just throwing people in.
Yeah,
they have weed, whatever, they just throw them in. But it also sounds like he's trying to say like there's not as many drug offenses as you think there are.
Yeah,
that's what it. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
but prisons do have something to benefit from people being imprisoned.
So,
and I'm sure
I'm gonna take it as he's saying that from just a statement from the title, most people in prison are not harmless pot smokers, and the idea that there is a massive corporate machine feeding innocent stoners to private prisons is a myth that does more harm than good. It is not a myth. It's true. People do. I feel like there is almost like what you would call a feeding of innocent stoners to prisons.
There's like the whole school to prison pipeline.
Yeah. So.
And I feel like I literally saw a high schooler, get arrested because weed. Yeah. And that just like that whole thing kind of like molds them to become more of a criminal. Yeah. And then in the future be sent to prison.
You're basically making them think like, oh, by smoking weed, they're like criminals now. Like, you're I forgot the word. Forming them,
molding them,
molding them. Yeah,
conditioning
them into thinking that weed smoking is bad. Which, depending on how you view it, I guess it's your choice, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's really well. I do have some views on that too.
On what?
On whether or not smoking is bad.
Well, I do too, but like,
cause okay, I'm just gonna straight out say we can cut it off or not if we want to.
Go ahead.
Smoking isn't bad. Unfortunately, if you don't have any predisposition to mental illness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of studies which show that smoking or doing some other drugs in general, but we're just talking about smoking, actually not only like rapidly accelerates or like harms your mental health and predisposition to having like, let's say, schizophrenia or depression and shit like that. There's like a lot of people, and like for facts, a lot of studies where it's like people who have family members who have like schizophrenia or like depression and smoked weed eventually got it, or like it like kind of like I don't know what the wording is, but like activated it because of the smoking.
Yeah. Because
it fucks up with like it fucks with your brain chemical composition, your chemical brain composition and shit like that. I'm not a fucking scientist or fucking neurosurgeon or whatever the fuck, but it makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm an example of that. I had a little bit of like depression here and there, stuff like that, little mental issues, whatever the fuck you would call whatever. And I started smoking, and now I can't smoke without getting really fucking bad anxiety. And I have still pretty bad anxiety, but smoking just like derails it to the fucking extreme. So I can't smoke anymore. And it's kind of leaking into drinking even now. And I can't drink as much. I can get a little buzz, but not as often now. As much anymore.
And here's the thing I was going to talk about, and I'm glad you brought that up. Mm-hmm. The other thing that's like so dumb about criminalizing like drugs is that there isn't an unbiased conversation about it happening. Like whenever we were taught about drugs in school, we were only told about the legal consequences of being caught with drugs, but we were never really, except for the extreme fucking ones like heroin, we weren't really told like the negative health consequences about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, we were told. I feel like they put more emphasis on like cigarettes. Don't get caught with weed than
I know what
than like like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because obviously they've told us about like all the health shit about it, but I feel like what sticks more is like they put more focus on like weed is bad, don't do it. Like, That's all the conversation is.
And
it's not like, why is it bad? Why is it good? Like, it's nothing. It's just like, it's illegal. Just don't do it.
And
I feel like that's the bulk of the conversation that happens when
talking about
when you talk about it, like, in the state where it's criminalized. I feel like people in California have a more holistic view and knowledge on the fucking drugs they're taking.
Yeah.
Than people here.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
If we're really talking about that, then it's kind of like right now, like, just my immediate kind of like thought process. It kind of seems, and I never thought about it like this, but like it kind of seems like, and it probably is, that they were just trying to like, they couldn't find a way to benefit from it, like they were benefiting from like selling cigarettes and alcohol. And I mean, the thing about drugs is most drugs were created and are being used by pharmaceutical companies selling to people, like opioids, fucking like crack cocaine was fucking invented like as like over the counter fucking medicine type shit, like used in fucking Coke, fucking sodas and shit back in the day. So
that must have been fucking wild, bro.
I mean, yeah, I can tell you, it probably was. But it's kind of like crazy how people view drugs in like that way, like how you were explaining, like in the legal system way, but they don't realize that a lot of fucking people are taking those exact same drugs in usually their daily lives, for the exception of like the more non-commonly used ones. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, there's obviously bad things about drugs, but not as bad, but like not as bad, but they don't have a whole view of what
the drug is,
what like consequences, shit like that. They just see it as, oh shit, illegal, no, type shit. They don't see it as, okay, you're using pills, but do you realize this could like do this to you, do this to you? Because I feel like nowadays it's kind of like getting into whole shit. It's like kind of more easily accessed because of people saying, you know what? Since it's illegal, let's see what the fuck is good, and selling it to people, and people are using it more on a more chillaxed vibe when they don't know the consequences health wise.
Yeah.
But that's just me. That's just a game theory. No, that's just a theory. A game theory. But yeah.
Do we want to end it there? We're 1 hour and 44 minutes in.
We can go for another 2 hours.
True.
We just keep it light and simple for y'all guys today. You know, we didn't want to overload y'all with information on a weekend, possibly upload. So, you know, or if you're watching this not on a weekend, it's gonna give you chillax vibes. You know, hold on, we got a guest. Say yo, what's good? My brother Kevin just came in from the second episode of the True Chat podcast. Came in eating cookies.
The originals.
Oh
shit. Yo, what's happening? What's good? What's happening, bro?
We were just talking about how the prison system is an immoral justice system in terms of. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, we were.
Yeah, we were, but I know he probably is gonna be like, what?
Yeah. I remember when we fucking told him that fucking Nazis still exist, and he was like, what the fuck? Really? He didn't know about neo-Nazis. That's crazy, dude. Fucking nuts. But yes, Kevin, whether you know it or not, prisons are modern-day slavery.
Yeah.
I heard, not heard, but I saw a post where, like, a lot of people in, like, Wisconsin area apparently were enslaved.
Oh, yeah. I told Michael about this.
He just told me about
And
this.
he just got out. Like, they like, found a lot of people, like, enslaved into, like, these companies, apparently, and that's, like...
It was a bunch of Latin Americans that were being enslaved, and they were being, like, held at gunpoint while they were working. And the reason they were able to, like, keep them as slaves is that when they got, because they were all undocumented. Oh. So as soon as they got there and found a job, they took their visas away.
Damn.
So they couldn't even go back to Mexico legally, or like anything they had, like any papers that they had, they just took them away.
That's crazy.
And then they just like held them at gunpoint, work 15 hours a day, and they would like hide it by laundering the money they profited from them through a casino.
Yeah, I did not know about this.
That's crazy.
And it's been going on for like years. Since like 2014 or some shit.
I wonder how many
2012.
Bro, see, this is why if I'm going to have slaves, I'm going to treat them like really good. Like I'm going to pay them maximum wage. I'm going to make sure they
maximum wage.
Maximum wage. I'm going to make shere they got
What's
housing.
maximum wage to you, bro?
Maybe like,
I can explain right now.
Maybe
I
like,
got maximum wage myself.
Where the fuck is this maximum wage everyone's talking about, bro?
Where was this at? Oh,
maybe like $20, something like that.
Like,
$25.
I've never heard that term before, bro.
Where are they paying this maximum wage at, bro?
Yeah, I was like, I want to join there. Like, obviously.
Oh, you know, some slight,
you know.
But yeah, I did not know about that.
You be a slave with maximum wage, you can't be mad about it, you know.
I mean, what can you do?
At least you getting paid now.
Bro, you're literally being paid maximum wage, bro.
What the fuck else do you want, bro?
I feel like.
You get a house too. You get a house. What else?
You got a bunch of big ass houses.
Just the concept of maximum wage blows my mind because I can't even imagine it.
And honestly, being like, okay, hypothetically speaking, being like a slave at maximum wage.
At that point, you're not even a slave.
You're not even a slave.
Maximum wage though, but
I mean, they get paid pretty good, kind of like close.
You know who gets paid maximum wage? Elon Musk.
True.
Jeff Bezos.
That's him right there. He getting maximum wage right now.
He's the CEO of maximum wage, bro.
Literally.
That's a new concept right there.
Nah, bro.
Oh.
You gotta find a good boss, like, oh no.
Maximum wage, bro.
They give me maximum wage.
Maximum wage, I feel like technically could like apply to anyone in any company or like place of work that gets the most paid. So like if you're the CEO, like
I'm the maximum wage of this company. Bro.
Yeah, you're being paid maximum wage for that company. Okay, that makes sense. Realistically, that's what maximum wage is.
But it's just looking at it as like you're getting paid maximum wage, bro. Like, damn, that's crazy.
I'm tweeting this right now. Yo, who the fuck hiring and paying maximum wage?
It could also
right now.
It could also
right
be
here.
technically seen as like you go to a job. Let's say you're like I don't know.
The maximum wage is like $18.
You're at McDonald's, for example, and you're a cashier. The maximum wage right there is like $15.
Bro, remember when they gave us a fucking book, and it said like your payout schedule, and it was like if you work here for this many years, the most you're gonna make is like 20.
Yeah.
A fucking hour or some bullshit.
How many years would that have been?
I think it was like. I wish I still had it. It was fucking bullshit, bro.
All I know is I'm not gonna be working at McDonald's for years. That's number one, though. That's just a fallacy.
And once you get the maximum wage, you might not be mad, bro. You might not be mad.
There's no going back, bro. After hitting that maximum wage job, you're set.
How much does a manager make at McDonald's, bro?
$18, $20 max.
Doesn't sound too bad, but
I don't know.
Bro, I remember getting my first paycheck. I was pissed off, bro.
What was your first paycheck?
Probably like $200-$300, something like that.
It didn't even. Mine was $420 something.
That's
around
it.
ish.
For a restaurant, bro. Restaurants be paying so much more.
Fucking McDonald's, bro. Fuck them. We gotta re-record our McDonald's hate episode because we recorded that. And Michael, this was back when we were recording separately. So like, I was recording on my end and Michael was recording his end. Yeah. Michael never hit record on his shit, bro.
Or somehow it fucking stopped recording.
It was one of those two, but we went off on McDonald's, bro, because we used to work there for a month.
For only a month?
Oh, it was, dude.
We stopped going. Like, I think one of us stopped going and the other one stopped.
I stopped going. I was like, you know what? Just fuck this. I don't want to go anymore. And then Michael showed up.
You didn't tell him or you just stopped showing up?
I just didn't show up. I didn't tell him.
Damn, that's messed up, dude.
And then Michael went for one day. For that day that I didn't show up. And then after that, he didn't go either. Yeah. Without saying anything. And what's funny is that they called him asking where he was at, but they never called me.
It's also fucked up because you were always like in the drive-through line. They would always put you like in the drive-through line, no?
Yeah, I was always drive-through like both fucking lanes and taking cash and like all this.
I remember when they first didn't put me in that shit, bro. It was so fucking crazy. I was taking both orders for both lines, taking the cash at the same time. I was like, all right, hold on a second. Second line, and then get the cash for them, get the first line, and then finish the order, and then put the shit in.
Shit's fucking crazy, bro. Taking an order while taking someone's money, getting the change out and giving it back to them, and also like that shit was fucking weird. Like
that's why it pissed me off that they paid us so fucking low for. I felt like I was in the fucking
midst of battle.
Yeah, in the midst of fucking battle, we were battling two shits while taking care of a fucking family or some bullshit. I don't know.
So I can feed my family.
So yeah, I don't know. Fuck McDonald's.
Fuck minimum wage jobs, bro. First of all, did I say minimum or maximum? You said because we've been saying maximum for so long. That's just fucking funny. Maximum wage. Maximum wage, bro.
That's it.
We're done.
Scalaboo, Scalio. Michael's a hoe.
Michael's a hoe. And that's the end of the show. Goodbye.
Confirmed.
True. What do you say?
Let's hop on some Apex. I'm about to do that shit with the betting.
Alright. Goodbye. Churros out.
Bro, you look ugly, bro. No, I'm kidding.
To me again?
Yeah.
What about my hair? It's like from the back.
Oh, okay.
Does it look good?
Okay.